Okay, so for our math project, we did years of experience versus salary. So our question was, how does the years of experience affect your salary? Our two variables were years of experience and salary in dollars. Our independent variable was years of experience. Our dependent variable was salary in dollars. We chose this topic because we figured that it would be beneficial to know about while we're looking for jobs as we get older. Our hypothesis was if the number of years of experience increases, then our salary will increase as well. We predict that the correlation will be high, strong, and positive for all our data.
We got our data points from a website on the internet called payscale.com. We collected a total of 10 data points for each job, one for each year of experience, from 1 through 10. We used our graphing calculators to analyze, graph, and organize our data.
So we did 3 jobs. The first job we chose was executive chef. Here's the data table for executive chef. We did years 1 through 10 to keep the same for all the data points throughout all the jobs so the data can be compared easier. Here's our graph. The data points do go down. We are guessing that it is because of loss of business or loss of pastry needs, or like not many people need it, or agriculture reasons. And then as you can see, no matter what, the trend line still does go up.
This is our conclusion. Our correlation coefficient was 0.874. This was our regression line equation. We interpolated the regression line equation for 8 years, and we extrapolated the regression line equation for 11 years. We found that there is a moderately high, strong positive correlation between the two variables, and that the regression line for the executive chef is moderate, so it may be useful for an outline or a range, but it's not completely accurate.
Our next job is a computer programmer. Here's the data table for the computer programmer. As you see, we did keep the x variable the same, 1 through 10. Here's the graph. We noticed that there was only one little drop over there, and we are guessing it's because not many people needed as many computer programmers when that happened. But then again, the line does increase really fast.
For the conclusion for the computer programmer, our correlation coefficient was 0.942, which is stronger than the executive chef. This was our regression line equation, and again, we interpolated with 8 years of experience, and we extrapolated with 11 years of experience. We found that there is a high, strong, positive correlation between the two variables, and that the regression line for the computer programmer is strong and high, so it may be more useful and accurate than, say, the executive chef.
Our last job we did was the surgeon. Here's the data table for the surgeon. As you see, we did keep all the years of experience the same. Here's the graph for the surgeon. We have noticed that there's one large drop at the bottom, and we are guessing it's because of loss of patients, like if they died, or it's because not many people needed that much surgery that year. And also, if you could tell, if you draw a straight line from 7 to 9 years, it still goes up. So even with that loss, you'll still be gaining in the long run.
For the surgeon conclusion, we found that the correlation coefficient was 0.973, which is the strongest correlation coefficient of all 3 jobs. This was our regression line equation, and we interpolated with 8 years of experience, and we extrapolated with 11 years of experience. We found that there is a very strong and high positive correlation. The regression line for the general surgeon is very strong and high, thus the line will be very accurate and useful for predictions.
Here's the graph for all 3 jobs. As you notice that the lines do not go up at the same rate. We thought it would because we would think it would be fair for all jobs to increase at the same rate. But with these 3 jobs, they don't, and we're guessing it's because that some jobs they require more skill, therefore you may be needed to be paid more in order to make it a living.
For the final conclusion, we averaged all three correlation coefficients and regression line equations. We came up with the R as 0.9297. This was our average regression line equation. We interpolated with 8 years and we extrapolated with 11 years. We found that there is a high, strong, positive relationship between the two variables. Because the trend line is strong and high, it is useful for a defined outline for estimates and predictions. There is causation between the two variables because the amount of experience you have with a job can certainly cause your salary to differ. Using our sets of data and their trend lines, we have found that, in general, as the years of experience increase, the salary will increase as well. People can use these results to know that the longer they stay in a job, the more their earnings will increase. Also, that when finding a job, it is more beneficial for them economically to find a job in which they already have some experience. And that when choosing a job, it is better to choose the one that they are willing to stay in long term.
Thanks for watching.